Good morning, everyone. So, today is gonna be something of just me talking for no reason. But yesterday, I came across the comment of when I made the post for some of the Power Ranger fan made ideas, and the comment that I found on there was for a ninja themed Ranger team, and it got me to think about the Power Ranger teams that I've personally made and also just what they were. And for this, I'm just going to list out as many that are always on my mind to you guys, and kind of just to see which ones you guys would want to hear the stories of. So, first of all, there is the series that I am currently doing, which is Power Rangers Biker Force. Legit, all the story is just 5 teenagers are given the powers of the Earth, calling upon animals, kind of like calling upon animals from within, but the animals of the Earth, to defend it from alien conquerors who wish to just turn the entire planet into ice kind of thing. And the way that would go would be that it would eventually, this may sound like rip-offs, but it would eventually go into a series that I call Power Rangers Xenoforce, which is going to mostly revolve around crystal powers. And it will be somewhat inspired by Power Rangers Zeo, but there's going to be some differences. Instead of it being like Another Machine Empire, which I think I originally had it as when I came up with the idea, it's going to feature more of a cyborg kind of empire, or a different kind of alien force that is still connected to the previous seasons. And then after that, it would be Power Rangers Racer Force, which would be somewhat inspired by both Power Rangers Turbo and also the Sentai Turbo Ranger. And it would actually feature the suits of Turbo Ranger instead, but it would feature different types of cars. And after a while from that, it would then be Dino Force. And kind of the reason for that was because I originally wrote, which will be dinosaur based, or at least prehistoric based, because there were a few parts in there that had like these are not dinosaurs. But the thing about that is that the reason why I had it that a few years later there would be this is because I had it that I have it in the back of my mind. I'm not going to spoil it here, but there is another fan series that I am currently working through in my head, which will feature the concepts of legacy. And part of that legacy is the character of Anthony, the Black Biker Force Ranger, from those of you who saw it. And because I have him, and with these sets of teams, Anthony is part of every one of those teams. And his journey is somewhat similar to Tommy's in that he's been part of a lot of different teams along his years as a ranger, and that comes through in this season that I'm working through right now. I'm not going to give the name because I want that to be a surprise for you guys. And so yeah, that's all ones that I've created where pretty much I'd be inserting myself into Power Rangers kind of thing. And they were among my first Power Ranger fan ideas. And honestly, I love them for that. I love it for that. And yeah, it was definitely something that I really did enjoy. So another fan idea that was a little bit more recent, because those 4 ideas came around in high school. But some more recent fan ideas included a series called Power Rangers Ninja Masters. And yes, this one would be the Power Ranger themed season. Thank you for leaving that comment. And basically, the story would be, I don't want to say the exact same, but it would be a little bit similar to, at least backstory wise, it would be similar to Power Rangers Samurai, where hundreds of years ago, monsters attacked our world, and ancient ninja warriors defeated them with their inner elemental powers. And this kind of, the training to become these kinds of rangers has been passed down from parent to child throughout the generations. But in the current generation, it's a little bit different. And the fun thing that I had with this one was that each of the characters had names that were tied to their elemental powers, which I thought was a lot of fun for me. And it was just so interesting for me to just create a story like that, where their ninjas and their elemental based powers are, and the power doesn't exactly come from the morpher itself. That was developed later on, or rather a few years before the series began, for this newest generation. But the power to become the Rangers has come from within, from their elemental powers since the beginning. It's just only been somewhat of a more mystical power, and the suits pretty much have not been a thing, except for maybe the previous 2 generations kind of thing. And the suits do come from the morphers. And with that one, it's all about, and with that series, it's all about the mistakes of the past kind of thing. That it's mostly about the Red Ranger coming to terms with the fact that he is a ranger, and what this entails for him, between him and his father, who never told him about this kind of life, which is now the life that the Red Ranger wants to be part of. And as that series goes on, they would get new forms and new Megazord combinations, like any good Power Ranger season. Let me think. Another one was yet another dinosaur-themed season. This one I call Power Rangers Savage Dinos, which is motifed after dinosaurs, or at least you get the concept that they are going to be dinosaur themed, but it's more themed on ancient prehistoric creatures. So what I mean by that is, yes, there's dinosaurs like Allosaurus and Nothranicus, But then there's also creatures besides that, like Straventia and Olemosaurus and Megalodons, and it's just kind of just a way to, yes, it would be another usual Power Ranger season where it's like, oh, beat up the bad guy and learn the value of friendship and save the day every week. But it would also be a way to teach kids about the constantly changing world. And I should also mention that I've got at least 5 different ideas for like mythology-based Power Ranger teams. Noteworthy are for Egyptian themed, Norse themed, Greek themed, and I guess I don't remember if it's Hindu or Buddhist theme, but it's just like taking a look into the mythologies and like the gods of the world that created everything kind of thing. It's honestly, with that one, it's just very interesting. But anyway, leave a comment. Let me know what fan series you guys have ideas for, and maybe I'll react to them on my next walk vlog. Also, leave a comment and ask a question for anything that you guys want. I really do love reacting to questions that you guys have. And leave a like as well, and subscribe if you haven't. Take care, guys.